Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're watching a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Zilean. Apologies for the way that the previous video just sort of cut off in the middle, but I'm trying to work with the YouTube time restrictions, and I had to cut it off pretty close to the end of a team fight. Anyway, we were able to get a few more shots in on their tower there. We were able to get one more kill in that team fight there at the end. In the meantime, now everyone's going to heal up and go back. And now I'm also going to do so as well. I have full health, but I don't have much mana. Zilean actually goes through an enormous amount of mana, which is why you want to use his bombs for harassing enemy teams. You want to use them on the enemy champions early in the game. You don't want to use them to bomb minions because he'll run out of mana way too easily. And of course you can take clarity for that. You know, I take teleport to help out with that sort of thing. There goes Akali running up the river. But nonetheless, you have to be a little bit careful. And the other thing is, if you keep bombing minions constantly, you're going to push the lane really far forward, and you don't always necessarily want to do that. I mean, if you saw in that first video, by not bombing the minions, by concentrating on the enemy champions, we were able to deny them all kinds of gold and experience, and put us in a really good position, which is one of the reasons why we're much higher level than a lot of these other champions on the other team right now. Okay, as far as what's going on now, we are pushing some of the lanes in top and bottom, just pushing them back. No real intention to take the towers, but just pushing them forward. And then I believe that we're going to try to come forward and force another fight at mid and see what we can do there. Now Shen comes forward just a little bit, just enough for me to drop another time bomb on him and harass him there. Archduke, as Ashe, is sort of going back and forth with the enemy team's Swain player up there in that top lane. And I didn't really see a whole lot of that. My focus was on the middle lane where we were engaged here. Once again, you can see Shen's trying to teleport back, and Mookie just slips forward and throws a cleaver in his face to make him have to restart his porting back to base, which is pretty funny. In the meantime, we're going to get in a few shots on the tower here, but Archduke is getting cornered up at the top, and I want to go up there and chrono shift him, but I'm not able to do so. And in fact, the skill is still on cooldown, so I actually wouldn't have been able to do so anyway. Just missed it, but it's going to be off cooldown now. Anyway, Teemo has come forward, which is not where a Teemo should be, not where a speedy little scout should be, so I'm going to bomb him, and he stupidly runs right next to Tristana, so that means Tristana gets hit by the bomb as well. Now I'm going to drop a bomb on Swain, although Swain at least has the is wise enough to walk away from his teammates so that he doesn't damage them with the time bomb. Mookie just keeps on harassing back and forth with those cleavers, and he was about to die, so I chrono shifted him, but he also popped off. Or no, I didn't, excuse me. He just used his ultimate. I thought that I was going to chrono shift him there. Anyway, they have brought pretty much their whole team here, but nonetheless, we're still pretty content to go back and forth and fight with them because a lot of their team members are really low. Like, look at Teemo, he's almost dead, and Mookie's going to continue harassing. I'm going to double bomb this Shen, and now I have to wait for my skills to come off cooldown, which is the one downside of playing a Zilean. I'm going to chrono shift Mookie, so even though they're going to focus and kill him, it doesn't matter because he's going to come back to life. See, like right there, he gets shot by the tower, and it doesn't even matter. I think Mookie was actually trying to die there, so he could get all that health back. When you're chrono shifted, sometimes it's good to die because it's like getting a free heal, basically. All right, now this tower's almost dead, so we're gonna get the tower, and now we're gonna start chasing their team. You can see how low Swain is and how low Tristana is. Mookie's gonna flash forward and try to get Swain. I don't know if he's actually gonna get him though. Looks like he's not quite going to be able to get him because that cleaver toss ended up hitting a minion instead of hitting Swain. But in any case, they're so damaged they're not going to be able to fight us. We're going to be able to focus on this tower, get it down. And Sunrise was tanking it for us, and now Archduke was sort of took over the tower aggression, went over to Archduke. And he actually gets killed by a minion there, which was a little bit unfortunate. Didn't matter that much, but as Archduke says, yeah, I think this is his last game for me. Archduke was playing with us. I think Archduke is over in Europe, which means that it was like way after midnight when we were playing this game. So in any case, don't blame him. Little silly, but don't worry about it. Anyway, there you can see the standings. You can see how we're sort of far ahead in kills. This game's going very well, as it's all started ever since we got that great lane in the beginning. I'm going to finish Mercury Treads. I've already got my Rod of Ages. I want the extra little speed boost, and I want the ability to get out of stuns and slows. And I see us pushing the lane in bottom, so I'm just going to teleport in and join up with Sunrise and Mookie and see what we can do down here. I can see that Shen is in that middle lane where Donsky's sort of going back and forth. Here, I'm going to double bomb those minions as a way of pushing the lane forward. See, like right now, we're pushing, which means that I want to bomb minions. But earlier in the game, I wouldn't have wanted to do it. Now, Akali tries to come in and fight us. We're going to double bomb her. We're going to stun her, slow her. And, oh, she's really close to death, but it looks like she is, in fact, going to get away. And there you can see Mookie uses his sadism ultimate, which is why he's getting all that health back. You can see how his life bar is just sort of refilling almost instantly, and it'll go back almost to full afterwards. You can see he's just shy of full. I think that this is a pretty good combination, since Mookie likes to play very aggressively in this game. He can just sort of, go right up in people's faces and get his health back and all that sort of thing. And of course, with me as Zilean, I can always have a good chance to, I always have the chance to save people as well with my ultimate. All right, with 4 of them there and only 3 of us here, the odds are we're not going to be able to get that. We're not going to be able to get that tower, but we'll keep harassing back and forth nonetheless. You can see Donski's pushing in mid, so they're going to have to deal with that. Sooner or later, someone's going to have to go to mid and try to stop that. So we're pretty content to sort of go back and forth here. Now, unfortunately, Akali did go top lane and get a kill on one of our team members, on the Archduke again, which is unfortunate, and they're actually going to get our top tower, but you can see right there, get our top tower, but it is only the first tower, so it's not the end of the world. And right there, Mookie almost gets another cleaver hit on Teemo, come up a little short. I don't know if it's worth it to run in and actually take shots from the tower just to throw a cleaver, but whatever, it's just for fun. So now I'm going to double bomb Teemo there and get in some more good hits. And you can see how much damage he's taken there. And oh, you can see how low Teemo is. And Mookie's about to die, but I chrono shift him. So once again, he's going to come back to life. And now Sunrise ults to freeze them in place. So I'm going to drop my bombs on Swain. And he's going to try to get away, but my bomb will finish him off. And you can see how low Teemo is too. I'd really like to be able to finish off that Teemo. But just not quite going to be able to. But look, he's still sticking around, and I see them. I'm just going to slip in here and bomb him using my time shift ability to speed myself up. So that's going to get a kill on Teemo as soon as that time bomb finishes ticking. Now we are going to get out of here because a couple of us have gotten killed, and now we're using Ghost, but Akali is using Ghost too. So how do we deal with the situation? Well, just pop off my skill, time shift, or whatever it's called, and slow her. And so that's going to allow both me and Sunrise to get out of there. So again, handy little support abilities that Zilean has, the ability to speed up yourself or another teammate, or to slow somebody on the other team. Pretty useful. Like right there, even though we had already sped ourselves up with Ghost, I could use that same skill to slow her and enable the 2 of us to get away. I think that they did kill Mookie in that last fight, but I don't think they killed anyone else, aside from getting the Archduke up on the top lane. So I think we got several of them. We did some more damage to their tower, and we were able to get a couple kills ourselves. So pretty good result. And there you can see how we're doing. You can see we're pretty far ahead. Total kills are 17-5, as you can see up there in the top right corner. Right here, I think we were considering whether or not to go for the Baron. Yeah, somebody on our team pinged. I think it was the Archduke who pinged, and we were considering doing it. But the one issue here was the fact that we just didn't have quite enough damage to do it. I think we checked to see if we had the right items, and we didn't have strong enough damage capacity on Ashe. Like, Ashe needed to have better weapons. So as it turned out, we decided it wouldn't be the right idea to go for it. But in any case, we have a ward there, so they're not going to go for it. Maybe if we get another 2 or 3 levels, we can think about it. Now we're coming out from the side here, coming out from the jungle, and Mookie is doing exactly what he should do, which is to go way out in front and just sort of dare the enemy team to start fighting him. You could see their whole team just sort of scattered in every direction, which is pretty good. Now we would like to push into their base and try to get that tower and that inhibitor. The only issue being we don't have any minions right now. You can see our minions are back by the tower, so until we have minions, we can't really go into their base. Not quite yet, at least. And we keep running over Teemo mushrooms. Now that he can put 3 of them down, it's really quite annoying, but whatever. Mookie continues to harass with those cleavers. One of the more irritating things. It's kind of like Nidalee's spear, just a very irritating ability. And I'm going to slip in and drop a bomb on Teemo, do a little bit more damage to him. So we've managed to harass them pretty effectively before the fight's even started. I mean, Mookie's taken some damage too, but with that Sadism ultimate, you can see his health is just going to refill very, very quickly. Now there, we get a great Ashe arrow from the Archduke to initiate, and then that combined with Donski throwing in Tibbers and getting some stuns is great. Archduke's about to die, so I'm going to chrono shift him and save him, bring him back to life, and I'm just going to continue to drop bombs as soon as they come off of cooldown. And I think I get another kill there on somebody, not 100% sure. And then, let's see, the only ones still alive on their teams are Teemo and Akali, and I'm going to get in one more bomb on Teemo, and yeah, there it is. He's going to die as soon as that happens. Now, Akali's the only one still alive. Oh, well, Swain's alive too. Excuse me. I thought that we had already killed Swain. Oh, well. Guess I was wrong. So he's going to come out and he's going to try to fight us, but we're going to double bomb him, and then I'm going to slow him. And he actually would have died there from all of us laying on the damage, except that he flashed out of it. and actually did a very nice job with that flash. We definitely would have killed him without that, with the Archduke's frost arrows slowing him as Ashe. Now here, all I have to do is get one bomb on Akali, but she's wisely sort of getting out of there. And then as soon as I see another member of their team coming back up, I think it was Tristana, not 100% sure, but one of their team had just come back up after dying. And as soon as we see a champion that's full health, that's the signal that it's time to get out of there. We can sort of perform that dance back and forth as long as their team is low life. If they're low life and we're low life, we can kind of go back and forth there. But once I start getting champs up that are full health, we're not going to do that. And we were going to check Dragon, but we come over here, and apparently they already got Dragon, or it wasn't back up yet. I think that they probably took it. So as soon as I see that, that's my cue. Go back to base, and I would have bought. I'm trying to buy towards Zanya's next, but I don't quite have enough money to buy that needlessly large rod. And I'm going to do the same thing as before, which is teleport down into the bottom lane and help support Muki's push here. Now, keep in mind, there are only 2 of us here, so we're sort of limited in what we can do. But we do manage to get in another nice hit on Tristana, but then out comes Akali, and then Swain teleports in, and out comes Teemo, and that's going to be 2 versus 4, which probably isn't the best idea. We're not really interested in fighting them 2 versus 4. So anyway, we're not going to run away completely, but we are going to wait for a little bit more members of our team to get here. Now Donski's here, and Donsky has Annie's stun queued up. You can see from the little white swirling thing. And Donsky also took the Golem buff. Either took it or stole it from the other team. Either way, it's still good. And we see Swain running around in their jungle. So I think we were going to go try to intercept him somewhere over by mid. But we actually see Akali coming in. See her right there? So we're going to ambush here in the jungle. And oh, that's a bad turn for a female ninja to take. She did not like that particular fight one bit. So we're able to get a kill on her very easily. And now Mundo's coming forward once again. Muki's just sort of running forward. They actually do the smart thing, which is to ignite him, so that's well done by their team. But the whole time that Muki's up there, he's just, sort of wrecking havoc and causing tons of damage. And he actually just missed another kill there with a cleaver toss, but now it's going to pop off that Sadism ultimate once again, which is on a relatively short cooldown. So Mundo's just going to regenerate all his health once again, and now going to come up. Shen's going to come out and try to engage us, rightly so, but we're going to drop our skills on him. I'm going to double bomb him. I'm going to chrono shift Muki once again. He's about to die. Now Muki actually wants to get himself killed here, so he's just going to run forward at Swain and force Swain to try to attack him. And so we get the kill on Swain. I go legendary, and Muki is of course going to come right back to life again after being chrono shifted. Now Akali's going to run out and try to fight us, but she's going to be fighting us 4 versus 1, and that doesn't look like it's going to go all that well. So we get the tower down, and now I'm quite low on health, and Akali's coming after me. So once again, I'm going to pop off Ghost, and then I'm going to use my time shift to speed myself up, and I'm just going to zip on out of here. It's like, nope, you're not going to catch Zilean. He's way too fast. Going to pop off Rewind, which drops all my cooldowns by 10 seconds, and then I'm immediately going to pop off the same skill again. And wow, look at that old man run. He can really get out of there. So yeah, Zilean, tough to catch. Very fast when he speeds himself up. So that preserves my legendary status and gets me out of a tight situation. Now I can come back to base. I can buy my needlessly large rod. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering, why am I buying vision wards instead of just the standard ones? Well, it's because both Teemo and Akali can go invisible, and I want the ability to see them. Now Donsky gets a kill on Shen, and Muki gets the kill on Akali, and Donsky goes legendary. So well done, Donsky. The first time I've seen Donsky go legendary in any of these games we've played. Okay, now the one downside of going back to base is I have to make the long walk back. I would like to teleport in, but that's still on cooldown. So I'm going to speed myself up and start making progress down here. And look down in the bottom left-hand corner. Team Blue surrenders. But before the surrender comes in, can we get another kill? Yes, Swain goes down. Are we going to get Teemo? No! The Nexus explodes before we can get Teemo. Would have been nice to get one more kill. Anyway, well done, guys. You see the guys on the other team complaining about characters feeding. I think that was pretty general throughout their team. Anyway, just looking back at the game, it wasn't a close game, but it was a very fun game, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to cast it. That initial lane with myself and Muki down there, we had such total and complete dominance of that lane. We were just able to keep the other team from getting any experience and any gold, which just put them so far behind the rest of the game that they were were almost helpless, really. They just couldn't do anything to pick up minion kills, and that put them so far behind that they didn't have much of a choice. Elsewhere, Donsky, tremendous game. Sunrise, good tanking as usual. Archduke, you had the toughest assignment in the game. Archduke was up against a level 30 Akali mid in the solo lane, so that's someone who is quite a few levels higher than the Archduke, but I think you handled it reasonably well. Anyway, fun game. I hope that can maybe teach you a little bit about laning and about what you can do to deny people gold and experience. Anyway, thought it was fun, and I enjoyed seeing the most irritating laning group in the world.